Tony D and Little Jones asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's rant on the Portrait mystery horror movie. It's not a mystery to me. I'm pretty sure it's Dorian Gray. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Sorry, I'm a little punchy from today. Thanks to all who came out to the author's picnic at the Morristown Library, and then to the 13th Child Brewery in Williamstown. So it was a double dip for me today. So I'm a little punchy. I will be back again at the 13th Child Brewery. I'm not sure when they're going to set up a winter market of some kind in December. So I'm psyched for that because I need some December signings. A little light in December. Anyhow, so the Portrait. You can pretty much figure this one out if you know the story of Dorian Gray. He had a portrait that aged while he didn't. This guy's got a similar portrait. I don't think it's aging. It's from 1937, but it seems to have his soul captured, I guess. And the guy from 1937 abused women. He gets increasingly violent. So it's something to do. It's a version of Dorian Gray, I think. So I think he's older because it's from 1937. He looks young in the portrait, and it looks like the same exact guy. So did they just do Dorian Gray? I mean, that's fine if they did. It's a kind of a classic story. Looks a little bit, I don't know, a little bit full of itself, but written by David Griffiths. Directed by Simon Ross. I don't think I recognize any of the actors. No. But it's going to be like a thriller mixed with a mystery and horror, because it all has to do with the crazy portrait, which I don't know if it's him or if it's a relative or whatever. It doesn't mention Dorian Gray in any of these credits, so I mean, seems like they would if it was a direct adaptation of Dorian Gray. I don't think it is, because Dorian Gray took place, in the past, and this is more of a modern take on it. Maybe they changed up the rules a little bit, or they just didn't care and didn't give credit. I don't know. So, first act, I don't know, it's got this couple, and the guy's a little weird. He's a little off already. And then she finds his portrait, but it's not him. It turns out to be another guy from 1937. One of them's a genius. I think the guy from 1937 was considered a genius. She talks to his old girlfriend, who's older, and there's a lot of intrigue as the older girlfriend wants him back too, because he's turning back into that guy from the portrait. I don't know. The original guy doesn't seem to have much of a personality. Here she is getting stomped on. Not really sure what goes on. Second act, I assume he gets more and more evil. And third act, somebody destroys the portrait and he dies, or he gets old, or he destroys the portrait and he's free. That may be why they're not doing it as a Dorian Gray film. Maybe by the end of the movie, she destroys the portrait in some way, and then he's freed, and they're happy, which would be different. I don't know. The movie doesn't have a very strong narrative in this trailer, so it feels a little obtuse, and it seems very straightforward at the same time. Like, just tell us what the portrait's powers are, or his powers, or whatever. Like, what's the portrait doing to him? Is it making him crazy? Is it? And you have to show us the difference between before the portrait and after. Or did he always have the portrait? Was he always like this? In which case, how would anybody notice? How would anybody notice that he was turning evil if he always was kind of evil? You know what I mean? It's like, if this is not Dorian Gray, and he's like a different guy who then, I don't know, he's like related to the guy, and then he gets the portrait and it sucks him in or turns him evil, then we got to see the before and after. If not, then he's essentially Dorian Gray, and why not just do that? Why not just follow that classic? I don't know. Would I watch it? I don't know. Probably not. It just doesn't look Very dynamic. Let's read the write-up. Maybe I'll have some answers here. After her husband is devastated by a tragic accident. Oh, okay. That would have been nice to know in the trailer. A devoted wife obsesses over a mysterious portrait that resembles him as he was. But when he starts to terrorize her, she must decide if it's possessed or she's losing her mind. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very good version. Because if she's losing her mind, then it's not a very good ending. If she's not losing her mind, you're just jerking us around. So that's a bad choice, in my view. That someone's crazy is always a bad choice. It's better that, maybe we don't know if she's playing at, setting him up to be crazy. That could be interesting, but if you're going to pretend like, oh, we don't know if she's crazy. Maybe she's crazy. And then you're going to tell us at the end, like, you're just jerking us around for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm out. I'm out. But if you want to see it, it's called The Portrait. And it sounds a lot like Dorian Gray. And that's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan asleep on the couch. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow where we do it live. And I will be well rested. So this will be better, if you can imagine. Anyhow, thanks to all who came out to the Moorestown Library and the 13th Child Brewery. We'll see you in the next one.